Wanna get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies, couple whips and lots of fancy things. The kids they call the Goonies. I see the future, crystal ball, mirror, mirror hanging on the wall. Who the flyest white boy of the mall? Got your girlfriend screening all the calls. She bubbling, we fucking and you cuddling. Like baby, where the fuck you been? Don't wanna tell you she in love with him. So we ain't saying nothing. You could probably tell she bluffing, cause she kissed you with the top drawer. Yeah.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Two Beers In. Today is Sunday, July 9th. We had kind of a busy week in sports. We had a great UFC card last night. We got some NBA Summer League happening.
Yeah.
We got some rumors with Kim Kardashian involving some other athletes.
Yeah.
More than one athlete.
More than one. Yeah.
More than one.
Not a surprise.
Not a surprise.
Yeah.
And
we got the
NBA play-in tournament that's happening next year. The draws just came out, like who they're playing and stuff.
Yeah.
So honestly, very exciting stuff that is still happening.
So I guess we'll just start with last night at UFC.
Last night's UFC
had a great card.
Okay, wait, real quick.
Okay.
Andy called this shit.
I did. Yeah.
Andy called this shit.
Also have, which is my favorite fight on the card. And a lot of people are going to hate on this. Jalen Turner versus Dan Hooker. This is going to be.
I don't know much about either of those fighters.
Okay, I will fill you in. Jalen Turner versus Dan Hooker is going to be
a incredible fight. Incredible fight.
An awesome fight. But before that, shout out Robbie Lawler.
Yeah,
he got it done in like
38 seconds. 38 seconds
for his retirement fight too.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, shout out. What a way to go out.
I love ruthless Robbie Lawler, so I was really happy to see that.
Came in there. He's got those heavy hands.
Yeah, he has brick hands, and he might be old, but he can still hit hard as shit. And it
showed
last night. I kind of hope he fights again. Right after the fight, Conor McGregor was like tripping at him a little bit.
Oh, really?
And Conor was like, "Hey, I'm coming back in December. I know you're not done yet." Shit like this. And
okay.
There was a fight I was telling you yesterday about. They've had history already. They've almost fought a few times before. So it'd be kind of cool to see. It
would be a very fun fight for sure.
But I think if you're Robbie Lawler, just like Conor's too young. I think Conor's still got a lot left in the tank. I think he might be overwhelmed by Conor's speed and athleticism, but. If you're Robbie Lawler, probably just call it a career.
I mean, we also haven't seen Conor fight in like 2 years.
Yeah, that's true.
So he could be slow now.
Yeah, he could be.
We don't know.
But he's also jacked now. So
he is jacked.
I mean, who knows how that fight would go. But if you're Robbie Lawler, I would call it, man.
Yeah.
You had like one of
go out on top.
Careers. He's a GOAT in the sport. So, he's going to go out on top. And, so really nice to see from him. We had Bo Nickel.
Literally the next fight.
10 seconds fewer.
38 seconds. Exact amount of time.
Oh, he was the
same exact amount of time. Both 38-second knockouts. No.
Yeah, it was a knockout.
Yeah. He went for one takedown.
Yeah.
And then he gave a little level change and came up
with that overhand right.
So he level changes once, and the guy, and I don't remember his name. He's a construction worker. Honestly, everyone's scared of Bo Nickel. I believe it. That's why he couldn't get anyone better.
Yeah.
But he does the level change, and the guy just kind of like he like almost sprawls all the way to the mat.
Yeah.
He like gets real scared of the takedown, and then both slows like half a level change, and his hands drop an overhand, and it was over from there.
Yeah, he was rocked, and it was
over from then.
But Bo Nickel, man, I really hope next time we see him fight, I hope it's against somebody a little bit better. You know,
I think it's time to give him a top 15 fight, maybe even a top 10 fight, because
at least top 15.
Yeah, at least top 15.
I mean, that welterweight division is stacked, so top 10 that might be. I mean, that might be kind of tough right now, but at least top 15 for sure, because that welterweight division is stacked. But we've seen them; they're kind of doing the Sean O'Malley thing with them, giving them some scrubs,
Well, and I think he's doing it right too, because he said after the fight in his interview, he's just going to take whoever the UFC give him. Yeah. He's going to fight whoever the UFC give him. Yeah. And I mean, if you're doing that,
it's really up to Dana White at this point.
It's up to Dana White, and if you keep winning, you're going to get a title shot. If you're not turning down fights, you're fighting whoever they give you. Yeah. You win in fights, you're going to get a title shot soon.
Yeah, they're definitely doing the Sean O'Malley type of thing there, where they're giving them some scrubs to start off. But just building them up a little bit. But I think it is time to see him fight somebody.
I really do believe top 15 fighters are scared of him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, he could have – this guy came in on a week's notice and still not a scrub by any means.
Yeah, no.
He's not a UFC – I don't think
this was his debut, actually.
This is his debut.
Yeah, so he's a good fighter.
He's a good fighter. He didn't. He's definitely like if he was in a one championship, I think he's a top level fighter in the one.
Like he was cutting his grass like Wednesday.
Yeah, so, and that's when he got the call.
Yeah, like literally. So
he was doing construction. And he got the call.
I think maybe if he would have fought Tresean Gore, it might have been a little bit better fight.
Yeah,
because I mean he had a full camp to prepare. This guy had no camp.
No camp.
So, maybe we see him fight a lesser opponent one more time. Like because I would like to see him fight somebody one more time with a full camp to prepare for him.
Yeah,
but
maybe you give him like who's 14 or 13 in that.
Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland would be a great fight,
and he would take that in a heartbeat.
I think Kevin Holland definitely would take that.
I think he fights like 2 weeks from now. He'd probably fight him the next week after.
I could also see Kevin Holland just flying up these rankings real fast. He's a very good fighter.
Yeah, and he's still pretty young. He does have a fight scheduled though. But another name that I saw was Ian Gary. I'm not sure if Ian Gary has anything scheduled right now. But Ian Gary is up and comer. He's going to be a dog in the UFC, like potential champion.
So it could be like a good fight between young people. Like, shit, like these are two potential future champions. It'd be like Moreno and Pantoja.
Yeah,
their first fight 5 years ago, compared to their fight.
Yeah, we would definitely see if Ian Gary and Bo Nickel fight. It would not be one time. They would fight again in the future because they're both going to be high in the rankings.
Yeah,
with everybody at the top of the welterweight rankings kind of getting old now. Both these guys are going to be at the top of the rankings soon.
Maybe they give him someone like there.
I think his last fight though was also a guy had dropped out of the fight and he got short notice. So his last 2 fights have been on short notice.
It's good. They're scared of him.
Yeah,
they see his training camps. They're like, I can't beat that.
Yeah. So maybe,
I don't want to loss on the record.
Maybe just throw him into the fire. Give him top 15 right now.
Give him a top. I think you give him like a 13 or 14.
Yeah.
If he wins that fight convincingly, you give him a contender.
Yeah, maybe Usman, depending on what happens between him.
He's not coming back.
He's going to fight Chimaev.
Oh, he's fighting Chimaev.
Yeah.
When's that?
Like October.
For UFC?
Yeah.
After all this shit?
Yeah.
And he's just coming back?
Mm-hmm. Wait,
I'm thinking of Ngannou.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Ngannou, not Kamaru Usman.
Racist.
Usman.
They're not the same black guy. They're different black guys.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got names mixed up and just like people mixed up. I am not racist.
That's okay.
I fucked a Native American. I cannot be racist.
Cool. Yeah. It was me. Anyways,
no, my first girlfriend was Native.
Oh, okay. In Montana.
Yeah, we dated for like 6-7 months.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like
my first girlfriend was Native American.
Yeah,
I was
my first
like 5 years old.
I didn't just like fuck her.
Yeah.
You know, but we dated for like 6 or 7 months.
I had a little boo thing in like elementary school. She's fully Native American. I want to see Bo Nickel fight somebody good next time, but I'm definitely on the hype train here.
Yeah.
I think he's legit. I think he's going to be a UFC champion.
He's got hands too.
Especially, Chimaev is probably eventually going to be fighting at 185. Usman's about done. Leon Edwards, he's just not. If he can take Leon down, that's the end
it's
of the
over
fight.
for Leon. Yeah.
The next fight was Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker.
We talked
about it last week. I called it actually. No big deal, but it was a banger. Probably, I would say it was probably the second best fight of the night. Behind
it was, but behind Moreno and Pantoja.
Yeah.
But like if that Moreno Pantoja was like fight of the year.
Yeah.
And
great.
Most nights that Hooker versus Turner fight is going to be fight of the night.
Yeah.
And maybe even like most years, that's a contender for fight of the year.
It was great.
It was a great fight.
Yeah.
Turner obviously looked very gassed by the end of that fight. He was cutting hard.
And he did miss weight.
And he missed weight.
Yeah.
So like he was making a real hard weight cut.
Yeah. But I'm very
you
excited.
could really see it in the third.
I was very excited to see Dan Hooker because I talked about it last week how he hasn't been the same guy. He looks like himself again.
Oh, he looked dangerous.
He looks like a contender again. Like he looks like he could potentially. I mean, maybe not win a belt. Yeah, he could definitely beat some top guys in that division.
Yeah, cause some problems.
He actually broke his wrist. Did you see that?
No. Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
He broke.
Yeah, he's like snapped in half.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know what point of the fight that happened, but I mean, it had to happen.
Maybe it's
he fought with a broke wrist.
I wonder if that's he went down and everyone was like, "You need to get him back up." You're killing him on his feet, but he kept him on the ground. Yeah, and it's probably because he broke his wrist and he couldn't go back onto his because he was worried about like throwing punches.
Yeah.
And so
he probably broke it early in the third round.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe late in the second round.
Because that would make sense on why he stayed on the ground
I was wondering,
because it didn't make any sense to
his ass
just watching. Yeah. Like Turner was dead.
Yeah,
but that
it was
makes
an awesome
sense.
fight. What's it? Turner. Shout out to him though, because his career was kind of dwindling a little bit.
Yeah,
and now he's coming back up.
Yeah,
so definitely a good fighter, and he's definitely gonna. I mean, doesn't need to hang his head here.
No, for sure.
Lost a really good fighter.
No, he didn't.
He'll probably get another good fight coming up, and he could potentially also be like a top 10 guy in that division.
Yeah, he's only like 28 too.
Yeah, he cannot be 30. Yeah, he's under 30.
Yeah.
So and the same thing in the lightweight division with welterweight. A lot of the top guys are getting older now. The guys are potentially going to move up weight class. So we'll see. But great fight. But next
then we had fight of the night.
Yeah.
It was Pantoja versus Moreno.
So
yeah, Pantoja. I literally texted him right after the fight and said fight of the year.
Yeah,
because it was so good.
Yeah,
I mean they were back and forth. I didn't know who was going to win. I didn't know.
I thought it might be a draw.
I did too. I thought it might have been a draw. Yeah. I just didn't know which round you could give a draw in because there wasn't a round like where they both got a knockdown or anything like that. And because UFC does like the round rankings instead of just the whole fight, which I disagree with still.
So did you think that Pantoja won?
Honestly, I could have seen it going anyway.
Yeah.
There was the one ref that gave it, the one judge that gave it to Moreno.
Yeah.
Was 49-46 Moreno, which is a crazy score.
Yeah,
it definitely was not 49-46.
No, it was a close fight.
It was like a 1 round fight.
I think that the only rounds that were clear to one or the other, I think Pantoja won round 1 and 3
for sure,
very clearly.
Yeah, and Moreno definitely won round 2.
Yeah,
Moreno definitely won round 2. But
I don't know, man. I wasn't sure about the decision. I really thought it might be a draw.
Yeah,
maybe the reason why it wasn't was because it was a championship fight.
So I think what won Pantoja the fight was he had double the ground control.
Yeah.
So they landed the same amount of significant strikes, or Moreno landed a couple more.
Yeah,
I think it's not too many more.
Yeah.
And then, but Pantoja had two more minutes on the ground.
But this is the thing for me. So what is a significant strike? Because I promise you, those jabs that Brandon Moreno was hurting him. He was bleeding every time he would hit him. So if that's not a significant strike, I don't know what it is. It might just be a simple jab, but it was hurting him badly every time he landed it. Then obviously, the elbows that he kept throwing. Those were definitely significant strikes. But I know you're a big wrestling guy, but to me, he was chasing submission, but it felt like he wasn't really doing shit with his control time. You know?
Yeah, he was looking for a submission. It's not like he was just hanging out on top.
But he never really got close to one.
Yeah,
and so that's why I didn't really think. I thought it was a draw or Brandon Moreno won.
Yeah, but it's also so difficult just to keep someone on the ground.
Yeah. But I thought the difference maker was the knockdown. I think it was in the first round Pantoja had.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the difference because even though he did have more control time on the ground, Brandon Moreno had 3 reversals.
That is true,
So,
yeah.
It wasn't like he was dominating on the ground by any means. But I think that's both of those guys. I think that's their very next fight.
And honestly, I was surprised it went to Pantoja because normally they give that decision to the champion.
Right.
And so it's kind of crazy. I was very surprised seeing the Pantoja decision because I thought it'd go to Moreno.
The biggest thing, the thing I'm most upset about was the significant strikes because those jabs were significant strikes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's a jab, but you could see blood flying off his face every time he landed that.
Yeah.
Dude was, to me, it was one of those fights where you have to judge by how they look after, and Pantoja got beat the fuck up.
He did, yeah.
So just based off how they looked after the fight, I would have given it to Moreno. Yeah. But I think they'll get an instant rematch. For
sure. I think Moreno for sure gets a rematch right away. There's no way it doesn't happen.
This man cannot defend a title to save his life.
Yeah, they gave Figueiredo a couple tries at Moreno.
And they fought 4 times.
Yeah.
I think it was Brandon Moreno won the first one, lost, then won, then lost, and then... Or maybe he won the last one. I don't. He
won the last one against those two.
He's had the title in like 8 or 9 different fights and only defended it like twice.
Yeah,
but he always gets it back. So I bet if they fight again, I bet Brandon Moreno knocks his fucking head off.
It'll be a great fight. And Pantoja's beat him twice now. Yeah. There's a big saying like in wrestling and MMA, it's hard to beat someone 3 times.
Right. Yeah.
Because you kind of figure them out. You know who they are.
Especially the takedowns. He almost had the takedowns figured out by the end of the fight.
Yeah.
And the last takedown to end the fight where he kind of backpacked him for like last minute and a half.
Yeah.
It was just he just torpedoed towards him.
Yeah.
There was really no way to defend that.
Yeah.
But he was kind of getting the takedowns figured out towards the end of the fight. So I really hope that's the next fight for both those guys.
It should be. It's been this is their second fight. Their first fight was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They're totally different fighters now.
Yeah.
And so I feel like both of them didn't fully know what to expect because you can't really base your last fight off of them. They're both way different fighters, way better fighters.
Been cut from the UFC since that.
Yeah.
So obviously, both those guys have evolved a lot. But Brandon Moreno, man, I just want to say, depending on the rest of his career, if he if he gets his belt back, and depending on how things go after that, you're looking at potentially he could end up being the best 35er of all time. I don't think people are realizing I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves because he was cut from the UFC just like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
and I don't know if he's getting the credit he deserves. He fights like a protagonist from an anime show. Like he's so fast.
Oh yeah,
like dude is so good. I think if he gets his belt back and then can defend it a few times, I think you're looking at potentially the best 35er of all time. The king of MMA, Volkanovski.
Bro.
Dude, that wasn't even a fight.
No. I was expecting a much better fight.
I expected a 5-round fight just because Volkanovski doesn't usually finish his opponents.
Yeah.
I think last time he finished an opponent was maybe 2021 against Korean Zombie. But
Korean Zombie
he
was
beats
old
the fuck
then
out of
too.
people. Yeah.
Korean
he beats
Zombie
the fuck
was
out
old.
of people for 5 rounds, but he
Yeah.
doesn't typically finish people.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting a finish necessarily, but it almost looked like this is going to sound crazy, but to me, I think he wanted to go 5 rounds.
Volk?
Yeah, I think that he wanted a little tune-up because I think he's getting ready. Maybe not now because Tapera is talking a little bit of shit.
Yeah.
But, man, so he dominated the whole fight. About halfway through the 3rd round, what's the dude's name?
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez.
Rodriguez looked like he wanted out of there.
Yeah,
he looked like he wanted out of there
in the first round.
Yeah,
after Volk
he's like,
taking him down,
holy shit, get me out.
And Rogan said something about it last night. He was commentating the fight. He said that we've heard Volkanovski can wrestle. We've heard he's a great wrestler, but he's never really done it.
Yeah,
he can wrestle.
Yeah,
he can do anything.
Yeah,
he is pound for pound number one. John Jones, if they fight, obviously John Jones wins.
Yeah, but it's size. That's just size.
Yeah.
And Volk, very smart wrestling too. Yeah. He literally dragged him to his corner so he could just get he could get his coaches right in his ear, being like, "Hey, you're going here. You're going here. This is what you're doing next." Yeah, he literally forced him to that corner into the wall too, so it's harder to get up. And it was just an incredible performance from Volk.
The only time that he really got hit was about halfway through the third round. This was about 30 seconds before the finish game. I texted you last night. I think it was he kept going back to that question mark kick. Rodriguez did
very quick.
Question mark kick. He's
fast.
Great kicks.
Yeah,
for sure. He's not a bad fighter by any means. He's just not on Volk's level. But he didn't land it super flush, but he kind of landed it up high on him a little bit. Yeah, and it seemed like he smiled afterwards.
Yeah, Volk was just like,
and he kind of did
all right,
this.
Yeah, come at me. And then do that again. Just not going to do shit.
And then he went for the takedown. And the reason why I'm saying that I thought he wanted a 5-round fight is because I think it was in the second round. He had him in almost the same position, had him about right here on his legs, and picked him up and didn't get him all the way up.
Oh yeah.
Well, after he got kicked in the head a little bit, he picked that man right up
and just dumped him.
I think he was taking it easy.
Yeah,
I really think that he was taking it easy. I think he wanted a 5-round fight because after he got pissed off, or it seemed like he got pissed off, he picked him up and slammed. I knew it was over. After he came up, I was like, oh, this is it.
He picked him up and he literally just like put him down. Which
is crazy to see because Rodriguez was like at least 4 inches taller than him.
Huge man.
It's just a little man just picking this dude up and body slamming him.
Yeah.
And then he just, with the ground and pound all night, he looked like he was swimming at points where he was just throwing, It was crazy, but he's the best in the world right now. I said it last week. He is pound for pound number one. I don't care what John Jones has done. I'm talking about what's relevant right now. It's Volkanovski.
Yeah. Also during that fight, we had the lady, the fighter, that you could just hear yelling. Oh, you don't remember this?
No, my audio was very choppy.
Okay, so there was this lady yelling during the fight. It was another UFC fighter.
Okay.
So she's got experience. She knows what she's talking about. But she's yelling out there, yelling at Rodriguez. Like telling him what to do, but you could hear that shit clear as day on the stream.
I could not hear that. Mine was like a ticking. It was like making, I don't know, it was making weird sounds.
Like a high pitch?
Yeah.
Okay, so mine was doing that and they'd fix it.
Okay.
And so I would just sit through it. I did. I was like, I'm fine. I'll sit through it. But yeah, no, there was one of the women UFC fighters out there yelling. I don't know. I can't remember who it was. They said her name on the stream, but that voice might be one of the most impressive things I've ever heard.
Really?
Because it was so loud and clear. Like, the commentators are like into like microphones to hear them. And she's just yelling from the stands and you could hear it clear as day.
Yeah, she needs to be a coach.
Yeah, she needs to be a coach. Yeah. And she was giving great advice too. She was like, it was because Rodriguez was on the ground.
Yeah.
He actually got up from after this. She's like, get your feet on his fucking head and push off. Yeah. And So yeah, it was honestly, shout out to that lady because that was fucking sick.
She was trying.
I loved it.
She was trying.
Yeah, she was trying.
But Volkanovski was just too much.
But yeah, no.
That fight at no moment was it close. I mean, Volkanovski dominated the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems like he might move up to 55, but then I hope I'm saying the guy's name right. Ila Tupera.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
He's a younger guy. He's definitely much younger than Volkanovski. Did you see where they faced off after the fight last night?
No, I saw the end of the fight. I turned it off right away, went and showered, and
he jumped over the fucking like little fence right there, and they started talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
And he is a 45er, so it looks like he might fight at least one more time at 45.
Okay.
But this dude is a very good fighter. Like this could be potentially the best 45er that Volkanovski's fought. So I really hope we see that fight. But
I do also need to say we skipped over a fight. We skipped over the Duplessis fight.
Oh yeah, I did that intentionally because my boy Rob Whitaker got fucking TKO.
That was your boy.
Yeah, that was rough to see, man.
Duplessis is an animal.
Yeah, he is.
He's an absolute beast.
Yeah, I don't know where all the rumors about his gas tank being.
He had a gas tank. He was in shape.
That dude looks like a fucking NFL middle linebacker.
Yeah,
like he's like average height. I mean he's a tall man, but I mean as far as athletes go, I mean he was like the same size as Rob Whitaker, like 6'2".
Yeah.
Whenever he stood against Israel Adesanya, he's definitely much shorter, but I mean, dude, broad shoulders, like
just huge.
Yeah, he is jacked,
absolutely
and
yoked.
that's obviously going to be the next fight. For
yeah,
85
and I'm
championship.
very excited for that fight.
Yeah, no, I think that he could possibly get him.
But I'm excited to see Adesanya fight someone other than Pereira.
Yeah.
Also, I'm excited to see. I hope Adesanya. I just pray he doesn't go back to point fighting.
Yeah.
Because I think Duplessis knocks him out if he goes point fighting.
For sure.
I think Duplessis knocks him out if it's point fighting.
Yeah.
And so I think we need to see. I think Adesanya is realizing I got to go back to my old self, knock some motherfuckers
to beat him,
out.
he's going to have to.
Yeah.
Because Duplessis has a chin.
Yeah.
He has a chin, and he will not stop. He will take one to give one. He will be getting punched in the face and keep going forward.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be a really good fight to see. But hopefully that will happen by the end of the year.
Yeah, I would love to see that fight.
But
and I mean, Duplessis didn't take much damage in that fight.
No, he really didn't.
Whitaker gave him a couple shots.
Yeah.
I mean, Whitaker didn't look terrible in that first round. Yeah. He lost that first round.
Yeah.
Not by much though.
Mm-hmm.
But then that knockout was.
I hope Whitaker gets back in there soon.
Yeah.
I think Whitaker might need to move up.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
he's getting old too.
He's getting old. That weight cut's probably getting tough. And, I mean, there's no fight that makes sense because he is the top fighter, but obviously he cannot beat Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
I mean, potentially. I mean, maybe he could. Maybe he gets.
I don't think Whitaker could beat Adesanya. He's lost to him twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fought him fairly close a few times, but I think it might be time for Whitaker to move up 205.
Yeah.
But then you got the fucking boogeyman up there, Alex Pereira. So he cannot be.
And Pereira's going to run 205.
I love Robert Whitaker. Yeah, he's going to run 205.
Pereira's going to run 205.
I believe so.
When's Pereira fighting for that belt? It's got to be soon.
It's on the same card as Dustin and Gaethje.
Oh, that'll be a great card too.
Is that later this month?
That's soon. It's soon.
Yeah, it's very soon.
Yeah.
It's like within the next month and a half.
Yeah.
So we'll see Pereira fight here soon, but Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier fight is going to be a fucking banger.
That's going to be. That's a BMF
that's
fight.
Probably gonna
That's
be,
a BMF fight.
That's probably going to be knock the shit out of this Brandon Moreno fight.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be.
That's going to be.
It's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to love that.
Yeah. No, it's going to be the kind of fight. I don't know if you get this. Sometimes I'm watching sports, my heart rate gets really
high.
Oh
yeah.
Like to where I can't even sit down. Like
You're pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally. So.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I've been there.
yeah. Like Georgia and the Sugar Bowl this year.
Oh,
as they were coming back, my heart's just the
Argentina
time.
World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been pacing.
Okay, so you get this too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No,
my
Barcelona Champions League final a couple of years ago. It was 2014.
Mm-hmm.
We scored in like the 90th. We were up one goal, but I was pacing because it was looking scary. Yeah. And then we scored in the 90th minute to seal it. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'll get to
where I can finally sit down. I can finally chill.
I'll be so excited over a game that I can fucking hear my heart beating. So that's probably going to be one of those fights where you're just get your beer, take a bathroom break beforehand because that is going to be a fucking banger.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even want to take bathroom breaks. I was like so scared to miss the beginning of some fight. I'm like, these have been so good fights.
Yeah. I probably pissed all over the toilet seat.
I did watch a couple fights on my phone because I was doing this. It's a different color. It's not done yet. So if you say it looks like shit, that's because it does right now. It's not finished yet. It's not a finished product on my head. Wait till next week's episode. It'll be a finished product. So I was actually doing that while I was watching a lot of fights. But
I watched them all on my phone.
Really?
Yeah. So
it
was easier for a bathroom break. I did some laundry while I was watching actually.
Yeah. You don't know the worst part about last night though?
What's that?
My stream lagged right at the start of the Bo Nickel fight.
Dude, mine lagged the whole time. There were so many people on this website.
Yeah.
That it would just it would freeze.
Yeah.
And so it would freeze and I would exit out, I would close all windows, I would go back and it would go to the same spot.
Not supposed to do that.
Really?
Don't refresh.
Why not?
Don't reload the page. It makes it harder for them to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm letting you know this now.
Okay, yeah.
You just let it sit there. If it's frozen, they'll fix it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Don't refresh.
Okay. So it's frozen on everybody's?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's like their whole back end stuff.
I thought my internet
was because they're getting so much traffic.
Yeah.
And
it's always like this for the big UFC fights?
For big UFC fights, yeah.
It's always
and so eventually it'll fix itself.
Yeah.
The problem was they didn't fix the Bo Nickel one.
Yeah.
Until after the fight had ended. I missed the whole fight.
Yeah, but I don't think they anticipated it being 38 seconds.
Oh, no, they obviously did not. Luckily, it was so short I caught the whole thing on Twitter afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I come back into the fight and I just see Bo Nickel celebrating. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's won in 25 seconds. Mm-hmm. 38 actually, but 38. It felt like 25 when it happened. Yeah. Honestly, loved the fights last night.
Yeah,
great card.
It was a great card.
We couldn't have asked for a better card.
We have so many good cards coming up though. We have the card that we were just talking about with Poirier and Gaethje. We have Sean O'Malley and Aljamain coming up. Then to end the year, I think in November, It's actually it's Caitlin's birthday. It's November 11th. John Jones versus Stipe.
Oh shit, that's gonna be I thought didn't that get postponed?
No, it got reannounced like yesterday or the day before.
Oh shit,
it was supposed to happen in
reannounced.
July.
I knew it was supposed to be.
It was actually supposed to be on this card. It was supposed to be International Fight Week.
That's right. I do remember that.
But it got postponed, and so it's going to be November 11th now. So we got some great cards coming up for the rest of the year. So really exciting stuff. But we also had last night, or maybe the day before, they announced the NBA the play-in tournament.
The play-in, not play-in tournament, in-season tournament.
In-season tournament.
In-season tournament. The pools got announced.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this.
I don't know how I definitely like that it's going to make the regular season more competitive.
Yeah.
But I don't know, they have a trophy and everything, and it kind of just feels very much like a participation award.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is a tried and true thing in soccer.
Okay.
In soccer, there are many. Like you play your league, your league, and then you play like a league tournament within the season as well. And that tournament's like just as like maybe like you want to win the league more, but this is also like this is a very important trophy. This is something like we all care about.
Okay, so you think it'll be that way in the league?
What I'm worried about is NBA players are like, I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah.
So if the NBA players give a fuck about it, it can be so good. It can be incredible.
I think that some of the young teams will give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
The Warriors are not going to give a fuck about this. And a LeBron team is not going to give a fuck about this.
That's where I see the problems coming is where teams not giving a fuck about it. When if all teams give a fuck, it could be so good.
But also, isn't soccer like there's many teams in their leagues, right? Like
it's 20.
Oh,
20 teams.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, so they do it actually for like the tournament with it's everyone. It's all professional leagues.
Yeah.
Not just the top league. So it's probably like actually 60 teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the top level teams don't play until 32.
Okay.
So like if you're in the first league or if you're one of the top teams, you're not playing until the round of 32.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why.
So it's about the same.
Yeah.
It matters a lot for the smaller teams because like if they can make a big run, it's like really important for them. Like shit, like we're actually doing something against like really good teams.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe it'd be cool if like they threw G League teams in there too.
Oh, that would be pretty
To
cool.
see how G League teams do against actual NBA teams. Yeah. I think that'd be really interesting.
That would actually be sweet.
And it'd be really sick.
Yeah.
And we'd have to change the format, obviously, and make it just like a knockout tournament instead of the groups. The groups makes it set up more like the Champions League.
Yeah.
So Champions League is all of Europe teams, but it's all the top teams from each country playing in one tournament. Okay. And where they play in a group of 4. NBA, it's going to be groups of 5.
Yeah. And
then top 2 advance. NBA, it's going to be top 1 advance, and then 1 extra team from each side. So less teams advancing, but still, it's gonna. I think it can be a great thing. Yeah. And if teams really get into it, I think honestly,
for me, it's if teams get into it.
They can't let it die after 2 years.
Yeah.
So after 2 years, if teams are still like, oh, I don't know about it, you got to give it time. Yeah. For like, oh, this actually matters.
I definitely think it has the potential to be awesome.
Yeah.
But I think it has the potential, like a guy like Steph Curry or LeBron, who have like more rings than their hands can fit. I don't know how much their teams are going to care about this.
Yeah.
You know, like guys that have won actual NBA championships. Now, Damian Lillard and Chris Paul are going to love this because they finally have a chance to win something. But outside of, that, I think some of the smaller teams will definitely care about it. But I just, I don't think that this tournament is going to, I don't think the winner will be the same as the NBA Finals champion ever. Yeah. Unless it becomes very important. Like the teams actually care about it. I think that for right now, the smaller teams, I think like the Hawks would love this. I think like the Timberwolves teams that are like really talented but just not quite there. Yeah. I think those kind of teams are going to take this very seriously. But then I think some of the top contenders are not going to
take it as seriously.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not right away. Yeah. But I really hope. I love it because it is going to make the regular season more competitive. But I really hope that the players buy into it, because if they all buy into it, then this is going to be sweet. Yeah. But if they don't, then it's just.
I think also, so like in soccer in England, there's the FA Cup, and the winner of the FA Cup is able to play in the Champions League next year. So if you win the league, like you have an incentive to win that tournament. Yeah. So if NBA can find out a way to make an incentive to win this tournament, make it beneficial, maybe you get more salary cap. Yeah. Maybe you get like automatic into the playoffs or something, or something like that. Some sort of incentive they can create.
I like that
for winning the in-season tournament. Yeah. Like that could be really good for the tournament too.
I like that idea about automatic playoff.
Automatic playoff, yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
And I think that if you automatically qualify for the playoffs, then you're definitely going to see some teams like maybe
especially
like,
these fringe teams, like teams that are like on the fringe of playoffs. You're like, holy shit,
like
I need
Hawks
to win the
Timberwolves.
in-season tournament in order to make sure I make it to the playoffs.
And then I think it would make the playoffs more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it could definitely be a really good thing.
Yeah.
Not sure how to feel about it as of right now, but
I also do like that after the group stage, it's single elimination.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not playing. They're going to be playing at most 8-9 games in this tournament.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
And it's going to end in November or December.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of wish it ended later.
Okay.
And closer to playoffs.
Yeah.
But that's also, they're not having like an incentive or anything.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like before All-Star break, they just want to get it done.
Right.
But I
kind of like it being early.
Yeah. Are they like stopping all regular season play and then playing the tournament, or is it all intermixed?
Part of the regular season.
Okay, I like that better. Yeah. I like it intermixed better.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's part of the regular season. But I kind of like it being early in the season because then now you have this to look forward to, and then you have the All-Star break, and then you have just a little while after that you have the playoffs.
That's true. So. That's probably why they did it.
Yeah, I think that you have more just cram-packed into the NBA season. So I think it could potentially be a really good thing. Hopefully it will be. If everybody buys into it, then it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. And it may not, honestly, if it flops this year, I'm not giving up on it because it could be the kind of thing that takes a few years.
And honestly, I kind of wish they did it March Madness style.
Yeah.
Just made it a 30-team bracket or 32. Yeah. Throw in the G League, make it a 60-team bracket. Yeah. I don't fucking care. Yeah. But I imagine a March Madness style bracket with in-season play-in, like in-season tournament for NBA. It'd be so much more fun.
Maybe MLB could do it.
MLB could definitely do it.
Yeah, they definitely have enough games.
MLB definitely could do it.
Yeah.
And it'd be really fun. Also, another thing I don't like about this, they've split them up still into Western and Eastern Conference groups. I don't like that.
Yeah. No.
I think they should have intermixed these groups, just random draw. They did or maybe not random draw, but a ranked draw. So like the top 6 teams are a group, and they're 1 seed for each group. Mm-hmm. The next 6 are the 2 seeds, the next 6 are the 3 seeds, or whatever, 5 or however many you need.
I mean, honestly, it'll probably get modified.
But put them all together. I don't want to see, because I mean, we see Western and Eastern Conference. You're going to play more. Year. Western's going to play Western Conference teams way more.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference teams playing Eastern Conference teams way more. I want to see them play each other more often.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be split between Western and Eastern.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the first year, so I mean, I would say the modifications are definitely going to happen.
It definitely will.
Yeah, so,
but they could have just been better from the start.
Yeah. Fuck you, Adam Silver.
Fucking Adam Silver's 79 years old.
Is he?
He's not 79. I made up a number there. Dude, but he looks like he's about 49,000 years old.
Do you think he's an actual human, or do you think he's
I don't know, man. That head is so fucking funky looking.
Did you ever watch, what was that show on Disney Channel? The Proud Family? You remember? It was like black people. Yeah. You remember... It was a black cartoon. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what it was. I
know what you're talking about now, though. Yeah.
You remember, they would show the fucking basketball player, and you can never see the top of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's Adam Silver, but he's just so fucking tall, so long.
How did Adam Silver even end up in a spot to become NBA commissioner?
How does anybody end up in that spot?
David Stern was a great NBA commissioner, but he was connected to NBA,
he was
basketball.
Also a little bit too strict.
Yeah, he was strict, but I mean, people love David Stern still. Yeah. And Adam Silver, I don't even know how he got there. He doesn't have. You look at the man, he could have never played basketball.
Never. No.
He's not coordinated enough in his life. He's just rich as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's how he's NBA commissioner, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Give us a basketball fan.
Yeah, a guy that loves the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
You don't need a. Yeah, he's running. He's a businessman.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's a businessman. That's why he got brought in.
I feel like the same thing with Roger Goodell.
Yeah. People fucking hate Roger Goodell.
Yeah, we just need a commissioner.
Fuck that guy.
Honestly, fuck Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
He is the worst, but I don't think there's ever been a commissioner that everybody loved. Maybe David Stern.
David Stern, he was loved,
but
people love David Stern.
Yeah, people just hate major league commissioners
because they don't listen. Because they're rich people who don't listen to the fans or the players. Yeah. They don't even listen to their own players.
We need some 27-year-old just graduated fucking college.
Maybe not 27, but 32 with some work experience.
Okay.
Some maybe some front office experience or something.
Yeah.
I think
some younger people in there.
Yeah, some younger people. Yeah. This man's
you could say that
too
for
old.
A lot of leaders.
Yeah.
We need some younger presidents.
We need some. We just need younger people in general.
Yeah. We're ageist.
We are ageist. Yeah, we are ageist.
Yeah. I like my grandma. That's about it.
I love my grandparents. Old people are cool, but they shouldn't be running shit.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah, that's a wild idea. Let's just put the oldest people in our country in charge.
Yeah.
They definitely know what everybody else wants.
Yeah. And they're going to be here for the next 20 years for everything they're setting up. Yeah. So, they should run it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
But
holy shit.
Anyways. Oh, yeah, we were talking about potentially having the tournament in MLB.
I think it'd be sick.
What's your guy?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Still balling.
He's the youngest person ever to steal home in a Major League Baseball game.
Yeah.
He stole home the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He's that fast.
He stole 3 bases.
He was on first.
Yeah.
He stole second.
Yeah.
Next pitch, steals third.
Yeah.
He's so fast, catcher doesn't even throw to third.
Yeah.
And then the catcher doesn't throw to third. Ellie's pushing hard off third.
Yeah.
Like, he's, looking to go.
Yeah.
Throws it to the pitcher. Pitcher turns around and starts just slowly walking back, and Ellie just takes off.
Yeah.
The pitcher throws 100 right back at the catcher, but Ellie's just so fast.
Dude, if we can get...
I'm not normally like this about players.
Yeah.
But he's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, he is.
That, I hate the state of Ohio with all of my life.
You do, yeah.
He plays for the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
And he's making me like the Reds.
Are you going to get a jersey?
No.
No, okay.
I can't do that. I cannot do that.
Get his All-Star jersey.
Yeah, if he gets an All-Star jersey, I'll get an All-Star jersey.
Yeah.
But I cannot get a Cincinnati Reds jersey. I would kill myself.
It'd be blasphemous as a Michigan
It
man.
would be. But he's so good at baseball, he's making me fuck, I kind of like the Reds.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he's so athletic, man.
He's
a freak athlete. He could have played any sport. He's been great at it.
Oh, he could have been a great basketball player. He could have been a great wide receiver. Yeah. I don't know about his hands, but or at least a great running back. Yeah. Holy shit!
I think he's a little too slow for running back, but he definitely has that wide receiver type of build.
Yeah, he's got the wide receiver build.
Guard type build.
Yeah.
I hope that baseball gets more and more of this.
Yeah,
I hope that.
Well, they are. Yeah. I mean, Ronald Acuna.
Yeah.
He's that same way. I mean, Acuna is not as fast as he was a couple years ago because he's had 2 ACL injuries. Yeah. 2.
Yeah.
He's done it twice, and he's still NL MVP leader right now.
Yeah.
And that guy's balling out.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the Braves real quick.
Yeah, the Braves are fucking.
Let's talk about the Braves real quick. Grab you a beer, and then we're going to talk about the Braves. I fucking love the Braves.
We're Braves.
We are Braves.
The Braves are the best record in the MLB.
Best record in the MLB. We just we lost to the Rays today, so we split 2-1 against them.
Yeah.
Who is also the second best record in the MLB.
Yeah.
And in the first 2 games, we made them look silly.
Yeah, no, I think unless we're just a regular season team, I think we might run away with this shit.
Bro, we're running away with the NL East right now for sure.
Oh yeah.
Marlins were trying to keep up there for a little bit, but after this June that the Braves had, Marlins haven't been able to keep up. We lost 4 games in all of June.
Yeah.
We're carrying it over into July. I think today was actually our second loss in July.
Oh really?
Maybe our first loss in July. I don't know. We haven't lost a lot in July though. We've been staying hot, and we got 8 people going to All-Star Weekend here in a couple weeks, real soon.
8.
Acuna's looking like the MVP for National League. Matt Olson's hit 28 home runs already.
Yeah.
Sean Murphy's hitting out of his mind.
He broke a record.
He was leading at one point. I think he was tied with Shohei at one point. Yeah. But then Shohei hit a couple more.
But he broke the record. You were telling me the other day for
No, that was Braves as a team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Also speaking, they have broken the record for most home runs before the All-Star break. Yeah. And we haven't even hit the All-Star break yet.
This Braves team is honestly looking like legendary.
Yeah, like a legendary team. If we can put it all together and win a World Series, this team is legendary.
And honestly, great time for Georgia sports.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, the Braves just won it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Georgia's won it 2 years in a row.
Back.
Yeah, back to back. And so if the Braves win it again this year, and God forbid they let us win a national championship again, dude, it's going to be
Falcons,
hard.
And the Falcons have the offensive rookie of the year next year.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
And honestly, the Atlanta Falcons offense might be elite next year.
Yeah.
Depending on how Desmond Ritter does.
Yeah. If Desmond Ritter balls out, you're
looking at potentially the best offense or one of the best offenses, maybe behind the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Especially if Kyle Pitts has a breakout season.
Yeah.
If
Drake London,
running back.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah. If he does what everyone expects from him.
Yeah. And you still have Cordell Patterson.
You still got Cordell Patterson too, which I think Cordell goes back to more of a slot receiver.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of playing out of the back with Bijan there.
I think his position is going to be football player.
Yeah, that's what he has been, but he's been primary running back.
But he was a wide receiver in college, and he was a great. He was
wide receiver most of his career in the NFL too. Yeah. When he was at the Bears, he was a wide receiver.
Well, yeah, he kind of came like a returner more than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But when he was at Tennessee, bro was a fucking baller at receiver.
Yeah,
he's just such a freak athlete.
He was on the Bears, right? I'm not making that up.
I think he was on the Patriots. I think he did play for the Bears. I know he played for the Patriots, and he played for.
Cordell Patterson played for the Vikings, not the Bears.
Vikings.
Yeah, that's where I got messed up.
My dumbass.
Oh, no, he was 2 years at the Bears, too.
Dude, my dumbass almost said both purple teams, but then I remembered that I'm colorblind and the Bears are actually blue.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
The Bears look purple to me.
Did you grow up for a long time thinking the Bears were purple? Nice.
I thought they were like deep purple.
Okay, wait. Also, I want to go. What other teams did you find out like their jerseys were a different color than you thought they were?
I remember.
Also, if you didn't catch that, this man is colorblind.
Yeah,
he has been his whole life.
Yeah,
everyone
that's colorblind.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
Yeah, no,
I'm not colorblind.
You don't develop it. It's not like Down syndrome.
You never know if you got hit hard
later
enough in the head, you could become colorblind.
Like, oh shit,
your eye gets fucked up, you become colorblind. I didn't know.
It's not like Down syndrome. You can't catch it. But anyways, I remember talking to my dad one time. I'm like, because he's a football guy too, and I was like, dude, Clemson and Florida look almost the same. You know, I was like, their uniforms are so similar. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, they're both orange and blue, have like the same like scheme, like stripes and shit. He's like, no, they're fucking orange and purple. Talking about Clemson.
Clemson, yeah.
Yeah. Who else was there? There's other teams. I don't know. I can't think. But Clemson, I thought for the longest time Clemson was blue and orange.
Dang.
Yeah. I thought,
blue and orange just don't even go together.
Yeah, no. Honestly, if you're blue and orange, fuck your team.
Yeah. Like honestly, if you're wearing blue and orange, and then if your team mascot's a gator, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
a gator and blue and orange?
Yeah, no, they should be green.
That's a shit team right there. Yeah. I can't even imagine doing that.
But as a Georgia fan, I just hate orange in general.
Yeah.
But honestly, to this day, don't know what color Tennessee is. I know their orange shit looks yellow to me. Because like to me, Texas Longhorns, that's orange. What they have going on?
It's like a brownish orange.
It's burnt orange. They call it.
Yeah.
But Tennessee looks yellow as fuck to me. Apparently, it's orange.
It's like a light orange, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of teams, and honestly, they still look that color to me. I just know because I've learned.
Yeah.
But definitely thought the Bears were purple and orange.
That's
for a
so
really
funny.
long time. Yeah.
That's so funny.
But they're navy blue.
Yeah, navy blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Cordell Patterson he hit two teams in the NFC North.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hate him on the Lions either.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I wouldn't hate him on the Lions.
I think he might have him on the Lions with Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a very similar player.
I think, Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm very excited for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs is another guy, no position, just football player.
Yeah.
You just give him the ball and get out of the way.
Just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him cook.
He caught so many passes last year. I think, don't quote me on this. He might have been Alabama's leading pass catcher last year.
Really?
Not leading receiver, but he caught the most passes.
The most passes, yeah.
Yeah, he caught a lot of passes for Alabama last year. He can do it all. Just like Cordell Patterson. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. Just give him the ball.
Yeah.
And so that Atlanta Falcons offense next year has potential to be very, very good.
Yeah.
Especially if Desmond Ridder comes along and is a really good quarterback.
If he plays like he did in Week 18, bro, Falcons will be looking good.
The Falcons are a playoff team.
I'm a little worried about their defense, a little shaky, but their offense is looking very scary.
For sure.
Especially if it all, hate to say this, but it's riding on Desmond Ridder's shoulders right now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Because he's got all the options. Yeah. He's got all the weapons. And if he can put it together, they could be a scary team.
Yeah, no, they definitely. Right now, I would say for sure the favorites to win their division.
Yeah, NFC South is looking weak.
Unless Bryce Young is just him day one.
I don't think he will be either.
Yeah,
I don't think Carolina have the team around him.
No.
I mean, they have a decent team.
Yeah.
But they don't have the team around him to be NFC South champions next year.
The only other team in that division, I think Tampa Bay takes a major step back.
Tampa Bay takes a major step back. I think Saints will be
good. Saints will
mediocre to good, like they have been the last 6 years.
I think you're looking at 10 wins for the Saints.
Yeah, like mediocre to a good team. They're not going to be a Super Bowl contender, though.
I think that the Falcons will definitely have the best unit in that division. But top to bottom, I still think the Saints could potentially be a little bit better. Yeah. Because they do have much more defense. And they do have an experienced quarterback. Say what you want to about Derek Carr. I love Derek Carr.
Yeah, I'm not as much on that Derek Carr hype train.
I love Derek Carr. I think that he's been hated on his whole career. I think that it's Oakland's fault or Las Vegas' fault, the Raiders' fault, however you want to put it. I think that Derek Carr could have been a great quarterback in the NFL. I think he has been a great quarterback in the NFL, and I hope that he has I don't hope he does because he's in our division, but it'd be nice to see him have a Matthew Stafford type of thing where he plays for a dog shit team. Because go look at Derek Carr's numbers. He's put up Hall of Fame numbers his entire career. He just has not won a fucking thing.
Yeah, he's won nothing.
So, no.
All right.
Yeah,
so over the next couple of weeks, we're very excited for football.
Yeah, we're like T-minus 60 days to go.
We're counting down the days.
Yeah.
And so over these next couple of weeks, to keep you guys hyped too, we're going to be doing a couple predictions of how we think each division's going to pan out.
And we're going to talk college football and NFL.
Yeah, and NFL.
So we're going to do fantasy football.
We're going to do some fantasy football stuff too. But right now, we're going to just be predicting how we think each division's going to pan out, who's going to, not records or anything, but who we think, who's the top from that division. Maybe like a probable record for them, how many wins they get.
Yeah.
but just how we see it panning out. And today we're going to do 2 each week. We're going to start with the South teams, NFC South and AFC South. We were just talking about the NFC South. So you kind of see where we stand there.
Yeah. So
for me, for the NFC South, I've got I got the Panthers finishing last in the 4th place.
no, I have.
You got Tampa?
Yeah, I got Tampa finishing.
You got
last.
Tampa finishing last?
Yeah.
Well, I have Tampa 3rd.
Okay.
I have Tampa 3. I don't think they take too big of a. I mean, they're not going to be nearly as good, but I still got them going 3. You got Panthers at 3?
Yeah.
Panthers at 3. I think I'm going Atlanta at 2.
Okay.
And then New Orleans at 1.
Yeah, I would do the same except for switch 3 and 4.
Okay.
I think that Tampa Bay is just going to be ass.
Do you think they'll win like 2-3 games?
I could see like 4 games, but I think Carolina's going to be a little bit better than people expect.
Okay.
If Bryce Young can be the player that he was in college, I think that Carolina could absolutely win 7 or 8 games this year.
Yeah. I think I have like Tampa at like 6 wins, and then Carolina at like 5.
And I say this as a Georgia football fan, so Kyle Trask, I guess is probably going to be their quarterback, him or Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Kyle Trask, let me just tell you, so this dude was so hyped up coming out of college.
Ass.
He is ass, and let me tell you, this man. So I think it was 2020. It was COVID year. We played Florida. They smoked us. Okay, but we hurt Kyle Pitts. Lewis Seen. You probably remember the hit. He comes over the middle and just fucking dismantles Kyle Pitts.
Oh yeah. I
think Kadarius Toney may have been hurt for that game too. So the second half of the game, Georgia starts coming back, and Kyle Trask is throwing picks like one after another, and it's like without those 2 fucking unbelievable players. He was a very below average quarterback.
Yeah,
and,
he just had a generational tight end and a great wide receiver.
Yeah, so he still does have a great wide receiver, but this isn't college football. This is the NFL.
What? Has he got Goodwin over there?
He's got Mike Evans.
Oh fuck! I forgot about Mike Evans. Yeah,
just like
no, sorry.
Top 5 receiver.
Mike Evans did not mean any disrespect. I actually really like Mike Evans as a receiver.
So I think that Kyle Trask, if he's your option at quarterback, you're fucked.
I think Baker starts for them though.
Yeah, probably so. I think that you're going to see both guys throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, so we're going Atlanta number 1. Both of us are going Atlanta 1.
Oh, I'm going Atlanta 2.
Are you going Atlanta 2?
I'm going New Orleans 1.
You think New Orleans wins the division?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I still think they do. I still think Atlanta have a very good team next year. I still think we end 9 wins.
Okay.
I think Saints get 10 or 11 wins.
It really depends on Desmond Ritter.
It does.
If Desmond Ritter is a very good quarterback, you're looking at 11 or 12 wins versus 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So okay, go ahead and name yours from 1 to 4.
So 1, I got New Orleans, 2 Atlanta, 3 Tampa, 4 Carolina.
Okay, so I got 1 Atlanta, 2 New Orleans, 3 Carolina, and 4 Tampa.
Okay.
So then moving on to the AFC South. Okay, what do you
AFC South here, we've started with the 2 shittiest divisions in football.
Yeah, really.
the 2
good
worst divisions
point,
of football.
Good starting point.
We're building up the hype here. You'll see the good teams, you'll see their rankings at the end, closer to football season. Right. So AFC South though, I got Jacksonville 1.
Yeah, for sure.
I got Jacksonville 1.
That 2 spot is tough. These last 3 teams are garbage.
They're all 3 bad. I have no faith in the Titans.
No.
Derrick Henry's getting old, and they've literally been good on the back of Derrick Henry.
I think Derrick Henry may not be there by the end of the season.
Really?
Yeah, I think he could be traded.
Yeah, I could see that too. I mean, they were talking about trading him in this offseason already. And with that said, I think I got Colts 2.
Yeah, I kind of feel Colts at 2 too.
Colts 2, Titans 3, and fuck the Texans 4.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I think with the Colts, I think Anthony Richardson, I don't know how good of a quarterback he's going to be. I think
he's going to be their starting quarterback, though.
He's going to be their starting quarterback. I don't know how good of a quarterback he's going to be. He's going to score touchdowns, I think.
He's going to be better than Matt Ryan.
He's going to be better
than Matt Ryan did last year. Matt Ryan looked awful.
And, he's an athletic freak. He may not be able to throw the ball. This guy is going to run the ball.
He'll be able to get you touchdowns with his legs.
Yeah, and then you have Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, too.
Yeah.
The read option game might potentially be scary,
Bro, if we can see the read option come to the NFL,
it's
for a long time it ran college football. We hardly see it in college football now either.
Yeah.
But
and maybe not even read option, but RPO, whatever.
Bro, I love an option play.
Yeah, I do too.
I love an option
play. Now, you're talking pitch?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, like, reading the defensive end. Like,
okay.
Just your traditional.
No, I love an option, a triple option.
Yeah, no,
I love
I'm talking about just a traditional, like, reading the defensive end.
That's much more common in the NFL.
Yeah.
I
You're thinking of a
there.
pitch option.
Yeah, triple option. Yeah. I love a triple option, and I think they could actually run that really well in Indy.
I hate the triple option. I've seen so many Georgia defensive linemen get their knees just buckled by Georgia Tech over the years.
Yeah.
So I hate the triple option.
The triple option is just so much fun to watch.
Yeah,
in
no,
my
it really
opinion.
is.
And it's, I mean, you get your quarterback, you can run.
Yeah.
Oh, you pitch it backwards.
Right.
Oh, he's running now.
Yeah.
It's
like a trick play every play.
It's a great play.
Yeah. No, really, yeah.
I'm surprised more teams don't run it in the
just,
first place.
Because it doesn't develop you for the NFL.
Yeah,
that's the main reason.
In the NFL,
football.
Yeah, if you're good enough, you can make it work still.
I guess so. Maybe.
I mean, I guess you do have linemen who are just faster and get through quicker.
Yeah, I don't think it would ever work in the NFL.
I don't think it would actually ever work.
Yeah, because
it'd be cool if it did, though.
Yeah, no, it'd be really to see a fucking NFL team running a high school offense.
Oh yeah,
and winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that would be so sick.
But dude, the triple option used to be like the offense in college football.
It was, yeah, for a long time.
I mean, Texas ran it as early as they were in the wishbone, which is kind of similar, but like as early as the '90s, and Georgia Tech was
2000s and. Georgia Tech was running that in like 2010.
Army and Navy still run it.
Yeah.
And it's because of Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson was at Navy before he was at Tech. And he kind of instilled that there. But honestly, I mean, if you don't have a lot of talent, triple option is the way to go.
Yeah.
That's the best offense you can run. Interesting little fact here. Whenever Paul Johnson was fired by Georgia Tech, because they ran the triple option.
And because they were shit because of it. They couldn't even run it in college anymore.
They did not have a single scholarship tight end on that team.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. They didn't need one.
Yeah, no, they didn't use one. So, interesting little fact there. But, yeah, so we're both going. I think we have the exact same lineup for the AFC South. Jacksonville at 1.
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a great season.
Yeah,
honestly, I can see this Jacksonville team winning 11 games next year.
I can see this Jacksonville team actually making a deep playoff run.
Yeah. I think they kind of built the keys to success through the draft. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to do great. He was an elite quarterback last year. You look at his numbers last year, he was up there as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And
speaking of numbers, if you just go by the numbers, Trayvon Walker, a lot of people are calling him bust.
No.
Go watch the film. If you go find – listen, I love defense play. I've said this on the podcast time and time again. Go watch his film. There is not another player in the NFL that stops the run as good as Trayvon Walker. Kirby Smart instilled that shit into him. He fills gaps like no – he is not a stat sheet stuffer. Sorry. Stat sheet stuffer. He's not a stat sheet – fuck it.
He doesn't. He's not a stat batter.
Yeah, no, he's not. I think potentially he could be. I think he's going to end up being a guy that gets after the quarterback a lot.
Okay.
But he stuffs every gap, every play. Like you cannot get past this guy as a running back. So I think Jacksonville could potentially be very, very good this year.
Yeah.
Like a top 5 team.
I have high hopes for Jacksonville next year.
So Indiana.
But then also these other 3 teams, I do not have high hopes for.
Yeah, no.
I think Jacksonville are the clear favorite here. Indy, I think they get more than 4 wins, which they got last year.
So
they probably get 6 wins.
Yeah, you're looking at Jacksonville at like 12 wins, and then the next best team in the division maybe 6.
Yeah. That's really how I'm feeling about it.
Horrible division. Houston, even worse than the NFC South.
Houston are just a shit run franchise.
So do you have Houston at 3 and
Houston at 4?
Okay,
Houston at 4. They're just a shit franchise. They're run horribly.
I think C.J. Stroud's a bust too.
Yeah. He might bust, for sure. I think he might have like a Trevor Lawrence where his first year people are like, oh, he's a bust.
Yeah.
But then he comes out and like gets more options and he shows like,
sucks.
Hey, like Trevor Lawrence?
Oh no, I think you're talking about C.J. Stroud.
I think C.J. Stroud will be like Trevor Lawrence, where he sucks that first year and people are like, oh, he's a bust.
Yeah.
But once he gets more options and they build around him, he's going to look like the great quarterback he can be.
Yeah, I think that he's just not going to be good.
Okay.
Even though he tore Georgia's ass up, I could have made those throws. Georgia just did not cover in the first half of that Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Or that Peach Bowl. I could have made those throws. You could have made the Kobe could have made the throws. Anybody could have. He was throwing to wide open receivers, and when their name is Marvin Harrison Jr., it's easy to make those passes. So I don't think that he's going to have that in the NFL. You're not going to have wide open receivers, and you're not going to have the most talent.
Yeah, no, you're not.
So I just think that, I'm not high on C.J. Stroud. I think he's the best. I'm Bryce Young all day. I think Bryce Young's going to be the better of the two.
Yeah, and then I think Tennessee take a step back, win 5 or 6 games.
Yeah,
I think they end up like 1 game below Indy.
Yeah.
Not by much, but I mean, you still have who's your quarterback there? It's not even Tannehill anymore, is it?
Tannehill's the starter, but you have Malik Willis.
That's true.
They've kind of given up on that because they drafted.
Will Levis, didn't they?
Yeah, they drafted Will Levis.
Yeah,
so you have a quarterback room full of shitheads.
You got Malik Willis, you got Will Levis, and you got Ryan Tannehill.
You got the off-brand Kirk
That
Cousins.
has got to be the worst quarterback room in all of football.
Honestly, it really might be.
It might actually maybe we got the Texans right here.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
We do have the Texans right here.
Dude, give me Davis Mills Davis Mills.
Oh,
over,
Davis Mills over
not over Tannehill, but over Willis
Malik Willis,
and Levis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after Davis Willis, who do you got? You got CJ Stroud. I mean, he's a rookie. You never know how that's actually going to go. And then I don't even know who their third string is over there.
It doesn't matter. It's the Texans.
It's shit.
Yeah. It's probably like the GM's coach or his son.
Yeah. It's actually just a punter that they they called a quarterback.
Yeah. It's like whenever you do too many trades in Madden and the fucking punter ends up in your backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So, that's now that we've done this,
I'm excited for NFL football, man.
But the AFC South really fucking sucks.
It does suck.
They are by far the worst division of football.
I mean, I'm looking at these divisions. You're going to get excited more for these other rankings we make because we just actually have good teams for the rest of the rankings. We just did the two shitty ones today.
Yeah. We were just talking about Atlanta. We decided, let's go South and South.
Yeah, let's go South and South. And it makes sense. Build up hype.
Yeah.
But also, we want to start a fantasy football league.
Yeah, we do.
And if you want to join our fantasy football league, message us. Message it on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever.
We could probably just make it public.
We might be able to make a public league.
Anybody can join.
Yeah, but like if you want to be able to find a league or and
we're not that big right now. We will definitely open your DM.
Yeah, we will open. If we get a DM, that shit's getting open in 5 minutes. It's getting opened in 5 minutes. Like we get a DM, we'll open it. So we're gonna try and create a fantasy football league.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's make it like maybe. Once we hit like 16 people, we cap it.
Yeah.
But if you want to play fantasy football with us this year, send us a DM.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make a league, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll get like the winner of the podcast onto the show or something.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Even if we have to do it through like Zoom or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And we're gonna make a fantasy football league. We're gonna be talking a lot of football these next coming weeks.
I'm so hyped up.
We're very excited for football.
We have 60 days.
60 days.
I think this is the regular season.
60 days until September 7th is kick off the regular season.
So then we have like 45 days.
Yeah, until preseason.
Probably 40 days.
Off. Yeah.
We're like a month away from
preseason. We're a month away from preseason.
Yeah, literally.
We're probably 60 days from college football.
Yeah.
And we're both very excited about college football.
If you're ready to see some fucking parlays, let me tell you, I'm a betting god in college football. I'm like an autistic kid with college football. I know every fact that there is to know. I retain all the information. I will win you some money this fall. Yeah. I think this is more of our NFL guy here. But college football, I got that shit on lock.
I grew up huge NFL fan. My dad.
And you grew up more in the north, and NFL is bigger up there.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I grew up in Montana.
Yeah.
Our biggest college is Montana State.
Right.
And they're FCS, not even FBS.
Right.
So it's fun to go to the Montana State games. But
they're a good team.
They're a good team. They won they lost in the FCS final a couple years ago. And then we lost in the semifinal last year.
Yeah, but I grew up in the heart of the South.
You grew up in the heart of the South.
Where the SEC is just king.
Before I was in Montana, I was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I never lived in Michigan, actually.
Oh, okay.
My dad just lived there, so he raised me a Michigan fan. Yeah. I lived in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, so the football team near us was Wake Forest.
Yeah. Ooh.
Went to a couple games.
Yeah.
They're just not good at football.
They're good now. They're decent now.
They're decent now.
But they just lost their quarterback.
Back in the day, we had Riley Skinner as the Wake Forest quarterback. Don't even know that name.
I don't think I recognize
I'm surprised I just pulled that shit out of my head because this was back in like 2008.
Yeah.
Riley Skinner. Absolutely no chance of becoming an NFL quarterback one day. And I'd go watch him on Saturdays.
Yeah, no, Wake Forest is just they are getting better though, but they're not going to be good this year. They lost Hartman, their quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's at Notre Dame now, so it's going to be a rough season for Wake Forest. Yeah. More of the same for Wake Forest. Fire uniforms.
Oh, so sick. Black and gold is so good.
I did uniforms.
I did get to watch Chris Paul in college at Wake Forest though.
Oh really?
I did, yeah. And Jeff Teague.
Oh sweet.
Chris Paul and Jeff Teague. Right? Yeah, both of them Wake Forest guys. Mm-hmm. I got to watch both of them in college.
Nice.
So that's pretty sick because Wake Forest basketball has always been pretty good.
Yeah.
They've never been like they've had some down years where they're awful, but they had Tim Duncan go to Wake Forest. Yeah. They had Chris Paul. They had Jeff Teague. They had some ballers.
A weird little anomaly in college sports I've noticed. If it's a smart school, they suck at football and they're good at basketball.
Duke.
Yeah.
UNC.
Kansas. I don't know if Kansas is necessarily a smart school.
I think it's a pretty smart school.
I'm not sure how Vanderbilt. Are they good at basketball? No, they're good at basketball.
I think Vanderbilt's a dumb school.
No, Vanderbilt is like.
Is it really? I don't know shit about Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's like Harvard of the South.
Everything about Vanderbilt just like gives me the ick.
Because of their football?
No.
Oh.
Just like everything. Yeah, the name.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
The colors.
They're in Nashville. They could have just been Nashville Tech or something.
Yeah, everything about Vanderbilt just like feels wrong.
But no, they are actually like
really smart.
People from California will like bypass going to USC or UCLA.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
better than USC.
Yeah, no,
USC is a very good school too.
It's a much better school.
Yeah, UCLA not a good school. That's where the people in LA that can't get into USC, they go to UCLA.
Yeah. But I'm just saying those are massive schools out there, or like Washington State or anywhere out there. There's a lot of Pac-12 has a lot of very
good
smart
schools.
Yeah. Vanderbilt, Harvard of the South.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
Like
I didn't know that.
Probably a top 10 school in all of the country.
And they've been better at basketball than they have been at football.
Yeah, but they're great at baseball. They won the College World Series.
Very good at baseball. Yeah. Yes, you're correct. Yeah.
Is Stanford any good at basketball?
They're better at football.
Yeah, which is crazy because they suck at football.
Well, I mean, when they had Andrew Luck, they were incredible at football, though.
But he was like a generation.
That was like 08, though. Yeah. That was a long time ago. 2010. Wait, what year did he get drafted? He got drafted in 2014.
He got drafted in 2013.
2013.
Or 2013 with
2013.
RG3.
Same class. Yeah. Because they went 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Which both, damn, that 2013 class could have been special.
Yeah, but with both those QBs,
they both had so much potential.
So many injuries.
RG3 tore up the league as soon as he came in.
As a rookie.
He tore up the league.
I'm Native American. Took the Redskins to the playoffs his first year.
Yeah. He was a special player.
Yeah, he really was. Sucks that we didn't get to see him.
I wish we saw more of him. He reminded me a lot of Mike Vick when he was young. And Mike Vick could have been a special player too if he didn't fight dogs.
I would potentially. Honestly, I think RG3 is a better passer.
I don't know. Mike Vick came back when he played for the Eagles. He was a good passer for the Eagles.
Yeah, he was.
He was a very good passer.
Yeah, but I
don't know if he was just like throwing the pigskin on the yard or something.
Yeah. Doing like some
he's doing some
type shit.
He's got time in the yard. He's just drilling.
Yeah, he's just fucking throwing footballs.
He's got cones out there. He's just doing drills.
He's trying to keep them people away from him, probably.
Yeah, I bet that man ran prison. I bet.
Oh, probably so. Yeah.
I feel like everybody went in there like, holy shit, we're in prison with Mike Vick.
Yeah.
And they loved him. I bet that's how it went.
You think? I don't know. I feel like sometimes rich people are like targeted in jail or prison.
He was also probably in a rich jail.
Okay, that's true. And also, also he didn't do anything. I mean, he did something horrible.
I mean, yeah, he made dogs fight.
He wasn't a pedophile. So,
yeah, he wasn't
maybe they respected him.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because pedophiles get fucked up in jail. Yeah, they die.
Yeah,
they just die.
Yeah, they die. Yeah, they just never get. You never hear from them again.
Yeah,
which is a good thing, I think.
Yeah, fuck those people. You're fucking with kids. Fuck you.
I was just thinking about this last night. So Alexander Volkanovski, I think it might be time to start talking about him as like a Michael Jordan, Tom Brady.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this. He was actually a rugby player before.
Okay.
Yeah, he played rugby.
Wait, I actually have something about rugby after you finish this.
So he was a rugby player.
Yeah.
240 pounds. He fights at 145 now.
Damn.
Yeah. And he was a good rugby player.
Yeah,
he was a really good
was. He's got the build to be a rugby player.
Exactly. He was a really good rugby player. I know rugby is never going to be the type of sport that football is. Like, it's not going to be as big.
This is what I want to talk about here in a minute.
Okay. But he made that transition from rugby. He wasn't even an MMA fighter. He started training MMA late. Like,
really?
Really late.
Dang.
Like into his like mid-20s.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And so he was a rugby player at 240 pounds. Go look at some pictures. I'll post one in here. But
okay,
he was a rugby player. Then makes the transition to MMA, and at 100 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
And just runs through the fucking
runs
division.
through everyone.
And a division. He come into the division whenever there was guys like Max Holloway.
Yeah.
And fucking Jose Aldo. Like, I mean, goats of the sport.
I mean, at their old age, but still goats of the sport.
Yeah. I mean, he's beat Max Holloway like 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really like Alexander Volkanovski. I think he's a GOAT in all of sports.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're looking at Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and then, like, somewhere down the list, Alexander Volkanovski.
So, back to what I was going to say about rugby, this is a thought I had last night. I'm on TikTok last night, and I see a baseball player who is playing cricket.
Okay.
And this man is just going yard on these people.
Mm-hmm.
In cricket, I understand cricket a little bit.
Okay.
I know if you hit it out, you get 6 points.
I know shit about cricket.
If you hit it past the boundary, you get a certain amount of points. The pitcher's trying to break the poles or some shit. But this guy's just going yard every time.
Yeah.
I know you can go on a hero's run in cricket where you're just batting over and over again until you fuck up.
Yeah.
And baseball players could run cricket.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a pro baseball player and you're like, fuck, I'm not making it. I'm not making it to the majors.
Right.
I'm not making it past AAA or AA or whatever. Bro, if you're doing that, make the transition. Go play cricket.
Yeah.
And I think more players should do this, like where they're not the top level of their sport,
right?
But a sport that's similar to theirs. So like if you're a good football player, like a good running back, but you can't quite make the league. You go like instead of going to play in Canada or something, you transition to rugby.
Yeah.
And then we can just stack all of our American sports to be just fucking stacked with like these players are still very good.
Yeah.
Very
athletic
level
sports.
Yeah, professional level players that are like just too short.
Yeah.
And then you transition sports and you could still be an absolute
animal. And then you
animal.
could see like rugby and cricket become big sports in America. That would be actually crazy.
I think more people should be doing this.
Yeah. And rugby, I think cricket, I don't know how easy it'd be to get into. I think rugby would be very easy.
Very easy to get into. I mean, you're just pitching backwards and running and tackling people.
It's just dudes knocking the fuck out of each other with no pads.
Yeah, and then sometimes you can kick it through the uprights. I don't really know when you can kick it. I know you just got to run it in and put it on the ground. Yeah. And that's a fuck. Yeah. I think more players, more running backs, more NFL players.
Or maybe not even guys that didn't make the cut. Think about a guy like Todd Gurley, who was like one of the best NFL running backs, and then his knees just gave up on him.
Yeah. Well, rugby might not be the sport for him then because that's brutal on your knees.
But he was too slow for the NFL. He's not too slow for rugby.
No.
Like he could definitely play rugby, I think.
Imagine Derrick Henry as a rugby player.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He would run shit.
He might be one of the like I don't know too much about rugby, but he'd be the greatest American rugby player probably.
I don't know much about rugby either. I'm gonna say if he played today, he'd be the best I've ever seen. Like already, he played one game and like this is our dog.
I think more Americans that like we're playing generic sports and you're not quite making it, or you're at the end of your career.
Yeah.
Switch to a more obscure sport where you could just become a GOAT.
Right.
And we could just like have all of our American sports be great instead of just fucking one.
Yeah, instead of three.
Or three, really. Yeah. But honestly, 4 at this point because U.S. soccer is on the fucking up.
And I would say, honestly, MMA is on the up in America too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think we're seeing the same thing with baseball. There's more and more great athletes getting into MMA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to mention this earlier.
Okay.
I mean, you look at all the fights. I mean, you got Kevin Holland ranked at 15, and he's a great fighter.
Yeah.
I think we're hitting prime of UFC.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Where we're actually seeing like so many good fighters. For a long time, it was like we had 4 or 5 good fighters who were just running the division, and then you wouldn't have anyone come up for a while.
With like GSP and Anderson Silva, it was just those two guys.
Exactly. And now we're seeing like so many good MMA fighters.
Yeah.
And it's like a prime time for UFC right now. Yeah. So many people are fighting, and it's just so much more competitive. Like if someone loses, like a contender loses, we got someone coming up for you who's new, who's young, who's might beat your shit in.
Yeah, honestly. And, I mean, Kevin Holland, I don't think Kevin Holland is ever a championship fighter, but Kevin Holland's a freak athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's definitely very athletic.
Yeah.
And I think that more guys like that, guys that could have played any sport, could have been great at any sport, are going to start doing MMA. Yeah. And I think it's going to evolutionize the sport to where it's like, I mean, look at some of the kicks these guys throw now, like these spinning back kicks and shit. Not like that's anything new, but like the way Sean O'Malley throws a spinning back kick is like art.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, and Sean O'Malley's a great athlete. He actually wanted to be an NBA basketball player,
really,
or NFL football player.
Okay.
Before he started doing MMA, he thought he was going to play in the NFL.
Damn.
And then he realized he was like 130 pounds, and he's like,
he's like, fuck, I'm too small.
Yeah. But then he started doing MMA.
Yeah.
And that athleticism transitioned. And now, I mean, he has one of the most beautiful fight styles in all.
Yeah, I mean, his striking is so good. I mean, his technique is perfect. Like, it's just these athletes, like, they're able to pick up on this shit quickly.
Yeah.
They're like, that's why I'm not saying, like, I fully believe a player could transition from football to rugby and be so good because these athletes, they pick up quickly. They learn very quickly. They understand how this shit works. And so, honestly, just fucking do it. Make the transition if you're not quite there.
I think baseball and MMA are going to benefit greatly from more athletes, like true, like world-class athletes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think either sports has had true world-class athletes in them ever. I mean, maybe a few here and there, but I mean, you look.
I think Alex Rodriguez was a world-class athlete.
Yeah, he was, but but that's like a dime a dozen. I'm talking like football and basketball have had world-class athletes for 40 years.
Yeah.
MMA and baseball have not had that.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, like, every player in the NFL is a world-class athlete. Every player in the NBA is a world-class athlete. So, maybe not every, but you know.
But most of them. Yeah. I mean, Jokic.
Yeah. You have guys like that. But I mean, you also have guys like LeBron and fucking Jimmy Butler.
John Morant.
Yeah, John Morant, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook. I mean, so many guys that are freak athletes that could have done any sport they wanted to and been amazing at it.
Yeah.
So I really hope that we start seeing more and more freak athletes play baseball and MMA. MMA.
So we got one more section here.
Okay.
My friend told me the other day that she told me she'll watch more if we include more of a drama section in the podcast.
Okay.
And so this is for you, Bethany. You're probably not watching, but shout out Bethany.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
and Tom Brady have been linked as like a couple.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
But also at the same time, Kim Kardashian and Kylian Mbappe have been seen together partying.
Right.
She visited Arsenal Stadium, the Emirates, and then she visited the Parc des Princes in Paris, where Mbappe plays.
Yeah.
3 days later.
Yeah.
3 days after that, they're seen partying together. 2 days after that, Mbappe is linked to a move to Arsenal. Like, she's out here, like, running shit for Mbappe, it seems like.
Damn. Okay. So the Tom Brady thing, though.
Yeah.
I think Tom Brady might have that dog in him.
Oh, he does.
Because he pretty much said, fuck my wife, I'm going to go get another ring.
He said,
fuck these hoes, I'm getting this ring. And now he's dating a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like, he honestly...
I mean, he is a fine-ass man.
He is a very handsome man.
Yeah. He's a very good-looking man. And me personally, I'm a big Kanye fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, fuck Kim.
Yeah, fuck Kim. Honestly.
Fuck Kim. She's fake. Yeah. Like, not even like her personality, but her ass.
Yeah.
And everything about her.
I don't think she's the best looking of them either.
Yeah, no.
I like Chloe.
Kylie.
You sound Chloe over Kylie all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kylie's
Chloe
very good looking.
To me.
Yeah, maybe.
Kylie's the youngest one, right?
I like skinny girls.
Kylie's the youngest?
I don't remember. She's
the
most popular one after Kim.
Tiger?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Kylie's the one who is with Travis Scott.
Yeah. I like Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe's my girl.
I'm a skinny woman kind of guy. Yeah. I like skinny women.
Okay.
And so Kylie's for me.
Oh yeah. She's definitely a very attractive woman.
Yeah, she's very attractive.
I mean, they're all
very attractive.
Yeah. I'm not sure about genetically attractive, but they've made modifications to themselves
to make them attractive.
It's the American dream.
It is, yeah.
To have enough money that if you're fucking ugly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just buy a new face.
Which also Tom Brady did that too.
You think he had surgery?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Okay.
You look at pictures of him from the draft to now, he had surgery for sure.
Yeah, because some people out here are just like, oh, his diet changed. Like, I'm not sure about that.
He had surgery. Yeah. He definitely had surgery.
Yeah, he has a slimmer face. Like, his whole head shape is different.
But honestly, Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian are like a fucking power couple in sports. Yeah.
It would be like the biggest couple in
America. It's like Jay-Z and Beyonce dating.
Yeah,
it really is. Like two huge people.
And equally famous.
Yeah.
You know, you usually with celebrity couples, like one is like way more famous than
the other. Yeah.
This is like exactly like Beyonce and Jay-Z, where they're like equally as famous.
Yeah.
Equally as, maybe not equally as, I mean, Jay-Z is a fucking billionaire.
Yeah, Jay-Z is, well, it's just because he owns Rock Nation.
Yeah. But no, equally famous people dating. So definitely a fucking power couple here.
Yeah. I don't know if they're actually dating. They've just been seen in public a couple times now together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's no confirmation on that, but it's very interesting to me.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Tom Brady,
I think this is going to be bad for his mental health.
If you told me Tom Brady would be dating Kim Kardashian before he went to Tampa, I would have said, what the fuck?
Right.
No, that's not Tom Brady at all.
Florida changed that man.
That man. Yeah, he went to Florida. I don't know if it changed him, but I think he let himself loose. Let him be himself. Yeah. I think for too long in New England, he was just like...
He was under Bill Belichick.
Yeah. He's suppressing a bunch of shit. Not letting himself be himself. He's just being football.
Yeah.
And Tampa really let him bring himself out, show his personality.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got Kim Kardashian now because of it.
Does Tom Brady have 7 rings if he starts in Tampa?
No.
Okay, I agree.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Okay. I think if Tom Brady is anywhere but New England, he's not the GOAT.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I feel about him.
Yeah. Definitely not the most talented guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think Bill Belichick honed his skills and made him what he is.
Mm-hmm.
And why he was able to succeed in Tampa because of that time he spent in New England and what he learned.
Yeah. But Bill Belichick doesn't have 7 Super Bowl rings without Tom Brady.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady was the perfect project for Bill Belichick to work on him. This is how I want you to play quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Brady did exactly that.
Yeah.
And became one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
So.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
As of now. We'll see. Who do you got?
I don't know. I got Peyton up there.
Okay.
I got Peyton up there. The Sheriff is up there.
Thank you.
The Sheriff is up there.
I kind of feel Peyton is... Yeah, Peyton's my guy, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, the Colts did him dirty.
They did.
And he said, fuck you guys, I'm a Bronco.
Yeah.
And won a ring.
Yeah.
While needing surgery.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad that you said that, because some people, you say that, they're like, oh, what the fuck, no. Peyton Manning is the shit.
Yeah.
And another guy, Brett Favre. I love Brett
Favre.
Yeah.
I don't like Brett Favre because he was a Packer.
Oh,
but
okay. I thought you meant because he stole like millions of dollars.
Oh, because he did. He also did steal a lot of money from people.
Yeah.
So that's a shitty thing. But he was also a Packer.
Did it for his daughter. I'll excuse him.
And so fuck the Packers.
Yeah.
And so it's like if anyone says Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT, I say no, he's fucking not.
Okay. I think
no
Aaron
shit.
Rodgers is up there though.
He's a good quarterback.
I think he's the most talented quarterback to ever play.
Most talented?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, not most talented over a long period of time.
Okay.
Because like Patrick Mahomes is
I was going to say Patrick Mahomes is more talented than Aaron
Patrick Mahomes
Rodgers.
has been doing it like 5 years. Aaron Rodgers has been doing it like 15.
Yeah.
So
also speaking of NBA, we got Summer League going on right now. Victor Wembanyama made his debut the other day and had an absolute shit show.
Yeah, he was not good.
He was 2 for 13.
Yeah.
He looked really good on the defensive end.
Yeah, he was great on
you expect that from someone who is 7'3".
Yeah.
You expect him to have 4 blocks or 5 blocks or whatever he had.
Mm-hmm.
But he only had 9.
He had 8 blocks.
I think he had 8 rebounds, 5 blocks.
Yeah, you're right.
8 rebounds, 5 blocks, 9 points.
Yeah.
2 for 13.
Right.
But honestly, I'm
not making too much.
I'm not making too much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The transition from the European game to American game.
It's definitely going to be a transition. Yeah.
It's a different game, really.
Yeah, it
really
is. It is for sure.
I mean, even you see like USA play in the Olympics, they play by the
FIBA rules.
Yeah, and they struggle sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm not making too much out of it right now, but we'll see. He didn't have a great game against the Hornets either.
That was the first game.
Oh, was it the first?
That was the first game. Yeah.
Yeah, because Brandon Miller put that man on skates. But
he did put.
Also, Brandon Miller has
not looked good either.
Yeah, no. So this whole rookie class is looking like shit right now.
Yeah, actually, Scoot had a couple of good games.
Yeah,
Scoot's been looking pretty good, but Victor has not been looking very good.
I think with Wemby and Brandon Miller, I'm making more of the Brandon Miller than I am Wemby.
With Wemby.
Because for Wemby, it seems more like transitioning from European sport to American basketball. But Brandon Miller has no excuse. And it is just summer league. I mean, I'm not saying Brandon Miller is going to be a bust, but he's not played good. Not played good at all.
No, he definitely hasn't. And also great for Wemby because Pop just re-signed with the Spurs for 5 years. Yeah. And I think that's best case scenario for Wemby.
And I think that's all that tells you all you need to know about this. With Wemby not playing great in the summer league, I think that if Pop looked at him and was like, "Damn, I don't know if he's him."
Yeah, he wouldn't resign.
Yeah, but he thinks he can win a championship with this guy.
Yeah,
and so that tells you all you need to know. Wemby will be fine.
Yeah, Tim Duncan was already a great player when he came into the league, but he was still under Pop. Pop made him even greater.
Yeah,
and I think he can make Wemby a great player.
Yeah, he will make Wemby.
He will make Wemby a great player. Yeah,
Wemby will be a top 5 player.
Yeah,
in 2 years.
People are overreacting to one bad game.
Yeah.
He still had a lot of fundamentals down. There was a couple times he looked lost on the court, but that's just because it's a different play style.
He admitted to it too.
Yeah,
he said, "I don't know what was going on."
Yeah, he's like a couple times I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah,
I didn't know where I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to be doing, and so give him some time to adapt, and I think he's going to be.
I think
just
a week
fine.
from now he'll be tearing up summer league.
Yeah.
So,
well, summer league's only like 2 weeks long, so.
Oh, I thought it was like a month.
No, it's real short.
Oh, okay.
It's like 2 weeks in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah,
he'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, Wemby will be fine.
Brandon Miller, on the other hand, not so sure.
Yeah, I'm not feeling. I think that honestly, Darren Smith Jr.
Nick Smith Jr.
Nick Smith Jr. I think that he might be
be better.
Yeah, I think.
Coming into like this college season, Nick Smith Jr. was the number 1 prospect, like out of high school,
right?
Not including Wemby or anything like that. Out of like a lot of people had him going 2 behind Wemby before Scoot really went off, or having him going 3 behind Scoot.
Yeah,
and so
I'm really high on Nick Smith Jr.
Yeah, he was really a steal.
I think even if Brandon Miller,
he's just had some injuries. That's all. He deal with injuries off court. Yeah,
but I think even if Brandon Miller doesn't work out, I think you still have Nick Smith Jr. I think Nick Smith was the steal of the draft.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I still think Brandon Miller will turn it around a little bit. Maybe he won't be a star player, but he'll turn it around. He's not going to be a total bust where he's out of the league in 2 years. I don't think. And you have to think Greg Oden a couple years ago when he got drafted number 1, balled out in summer league. Yeah. Everybody was like, "Holy shit, this guy's the next big one," and then he sucked ass in the league. So summer league is not everything for sure.
Yeah, and while we're talking about summer league, a guy last year that balled out in the summer league was Chet Holmgren. So quick, better fade for you.
Yes.
So quick, better fade. So a lot of people right now are talking about Wemby Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. So better fade who do you have, Wemby or Chet Holmgren? Because he is still eligible to win Rookie of the Year. Who's your Rookie of the Year next year?
I'm betting on Chet.
I am too.
I'm betting on Chet. I've been a fan of Chet since I watched him cross up Steph Curry.
Yeah.
That was my introduction. That was a lot of people's introduction.
Yeah.
He was unheard of before that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you were from Minnesota, then you knew who he was because he's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, like, if you didn't, like, that's when I heard about him, and I followed his high school career after that. He played with Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
And then he went to Gonzaga. He wasn't, like the best player. He was on a Gonzaga team with a bunch of upperclassmen, though, and still making a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a perfect fit for that Thunder team.
Yeah. I think both are going to be great this year, but I feel with that year of experience.
Yeah, he's been around the league. He's gotten some practice reps.
Yeah, he's been practicing with NBA players for a year now. And Wemby hasn't had that.
Yeah, and so that gives Chet definitely an advantage.
Yeah.
But I think they're both going to have great seasons.
Yeah, they're going to have great careers, both the guys.
Yeah, they're honestly very similar players too. Yeah. So it'll be very interesting.
That OKC team, man. I'm telling you, look out for them.
Yeah. So we literally just finished the podcast, and as we finish, I get a notification. Wemby went 27 points, 12 rebounds tonight with 3 blocks. He just balled out.
Yeah. So
we were right. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
So don't
sleep on Wemby.
Don't sleep on Wemby.
I guess that's the episode today. So.
Yeah. Hey, that's the episode today. Thanks for watching.
Episode 11.
Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Yeah, we need.
Okay, wait. We got to do this thing. If we ever say something at the same time, we just got to look at each other and go.
Gotcha.
So like if we say subscribe there at the same time, we just like look at each other.
Okay, I got you. Not this time.
Not this time. No. Just in the future.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Peace.
Top drawer. Yeah.